Art Scove, the referee, the Esposito line against the Clark line. Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Finals. For the first period, let's go Flyers and let's go Don Earl.
Thank you, Gene. And once again, a pleasant good evening, everyone. Art Scove set to drop the puck between Bobby Clark on the right, Phil Esposito on the left. On the face-off, Boston controls. Sims to Orel on the near side. Retreats against the forechecking right wing corner. Dupont's there. Winds it up for Schultz. Ahead for Clark. Clark has Schultz breaking out of his own zone to center ice. Schultz winds up and fires. Skate save, Gilbert. Rebound, Flett. Centering pass, Schultz. But Orr had him tied up. Now it's Cashman out the right wing. Cut off in the corner by Bobby Clark. Tries the left side. Drops it off for Orr behind the Boston net. Orr straight up the middle. Across the red line, fires, glove save, Perrant from center ice. McLeish, the rebound, trying to work his way up the left wing boards along the near side, runs into Hodge, kept in by Orr, cuts to the middle, across to Sims on the far side, the drive, hits the post! It hit the post behind Perrant and Schultz. Moves it ahead from Kindrachuk will start the rush. Feeds off to Tom Blayden on the right side. He's upended by a good hip check thrown by Savard. And we've got a penalty coming up against Boston.
With Clark right here very close. Put a whistle down. 1:45 remaining on the penalty play.
By Dornhofer behind the Flyer net. And the Flyers start out with 40 seconds left on the penalty to Andre Savard. Dornhofer across the line. On the right wing, Dornhofer's shot. Bouncing glove. Puck save. Off the glove hand. Another shot gets through Dornhofer as he was camped to the far side of the net. Lansbury return pass on the right wing at center. Flett. 10 seconds left on the advantage for the Flyers. Lansbury on the left wing across the line. Lansbury shot. Stopped by the glove hand of Gilbert, and he pounces on the rebound as Simone Nollet and Dallas Smith get their sticks up high as play is stopped here at the Garden with 3 seconds left on the penalty to Andre Savard. Face off in the Boston zone. Flyers have had a couple of scoring opportunities, but haven't been able to capitalize. Clark back to Joe Watson. The shot is wide. To the glove side of Gilbert. Centering pass. Schultz into Flett. Closing. Loose puck in front, but it's picked off by Ken Hodge. Puts it to the backboard. Cashman goes down, but Vadnais moves it up to Esposito. He's bumped off the puck, kept in by Clark. Clark takes the drive, knocked down by Cashman in front of Gilbert.
Have a power play once again.
This time Fred Chiro goes with McLeish, Lansbury, Dornhofer, Blayden, and Barber. Around the boards to McLeish as Dornhofer jousts with Sims in front. Loose puck. Tapped away by Gilbert, kept in by Barber, closing, the shot, pad save by Gilbert, and cleared, not out, kept in, no, it's a delayed offside, finally called by Matt Savage. He's on the left wing, fires to the Bruins right wing corner, Marcotte and Nollet go for it, they tie each other up, Clark gets it back to Dupont, right point, glove save, Gilbert bounces high in the air, Clark behind the net tries to throw it in front, stolen away by Greg Shepard, and here come the Bruins, ahead for Marcotte. Dropped it back right on the stick of Bobby Clark. Clark trying to go right of Orr. The drive, left save, Gilbert. This time he holds on, forcing the face-off again in the Boston zone. Good forechecking by the Flyers thus far tonight. And we've got a penalty coming up to Tom Blayden. I think it's going to be interference as Savard chops Dupont down.
And now Riley turns him over to get on top. But you knew that was going to come. And we had an initial penalty call against Tom Blayden for taking down Marcotte in the goal crease area. And in the game in New York, that cost Bernie Perrant too. Was on a delayed penalty call to Tom Blayden, so he was
clear. Gets control of the puck. Orr now gets it away from Clark. Vadnais' shot is wide. Busick back to Orr at the right point. Orr looking to Busick. Bouncing puck in the slot. And a home run by that stick did not appear to be above the shoulder, yet they bring it back in. And, of course, the reason for this is that it went out of play.
Well, they're down advantage.
Orr winds up, and he's flying up to center ice. Orr across the red line. Hodge on the right wing. Looking to shoot. Goes behind the net. Now drops it back to the left point, Vadnais. Vadnais, the shot, kick save. Knocked down by Clark.
A great power play defense.
Now it's Vadnais across the Flyer line, drops it off for Esposito, puts it behind the Flyer net. Perrant puts it back in that far corner. Joe Watson trying to get it by Vadnais. Look out, Esposito's back at it, score! As the Flyers just put back on the ice
was beaked away, and Espo shot. Perrant to save, but Cashman in proper position off to his left. Had an easy road to hoe to poke it home. And for Wayne Cashman, his 5th playoff goal, and it should come from Esposito at 14:24, just 5 seconds after the penalties expired. So it's a shame, Don, in all intents and purposes, power play, but it won't go in the book officially.
Loose puck picked up by Schmatz and takes it behind the Boston net. Schmatz gets around both Zaleski and Kivnichuk. He's flying across the Flyer line. Shot knocked down by Perrant, cleared out of Dallas Smith. Smith cuts wide on Jimmy Watson, but Bobby Clark breaks up the play. Clark inside of Schmatz to Cowart, deflected by Orr. To face off to the right of Perrant as Esposito draws with MacLeish. Boston controls. It's Vadnais. Vadnais into a screen. Look out in front of Perrant. Loop puck for Esposito, and they let the big settlement.
The Flyers had 3 men in there against Esposito, against Cashman, and the one defenseman was being held off, and then Espo dug it out, and with Perrant down, he went to the backhander and lifted it in. 2 easy goals, and they come in the latter stages of the first period, and the Bruins up 2-0, 17:42.
Loose puck goes into the Boston zone as Cashman swings it around to the near side from that. Against Savard. Controlled by the Flyers. It's Dupont behind his own net. Dupont tries the right. So look out in front. Shot by Savard as he stole it right off of the stick of Dupont as he tried to. Esposito along with Shepard and Cashman. Puck kept in by Bladen. The backhander bounces right in front of Gilbert. Controls the puck until the buzzer. So at the end of the first period of play, the score.
Penalties, 6 penalties, 3 aside. No official power play goals, but the Bruins scored while the Flyers were 2 men down and had not yet gotten their men back in play. Puck is dropped. Schultz is bumped by Hodge, and the 2 of them go in the corner. Dupont coming up along the near side, passes off Clark's stick. Schultz controls the center as Orr couldn't handle it. Over the line on the left wing. Pass back, deflected to Flettt at the point. With a shot, it's score! Bobby Clark on the tip in front. It goes through Gilbert's legs for a goal. A case of pasty cake for...
It appeared as though Clark did tip that in. The direction didn't change much, but enough to beat Gilbert as Flett got a good drive on goal. Clark with his stick up, tipped it by Gilbert's stick side into the far right corner, and we've got a 2-1 hockey game.
Now over the line, out there is Schwartz with a backhander. Perrant makes the glove save. MacLeish who carries it behind the Flyer net. Shepard shadowing in front, up to Bladen. Bladen is spun around and dumped by Busick with the puck slide for Kivnichuk to come out of the zone into the near corner. Zaleski with a rebound right on, and Gilbert the good skate save as that was a Karen pass and shot by Kivnichuk. Go Jimmy Watson to Zaleski. Up ice now comes Shepard. Fires from the blue line right on. High grab by Perrant, but offside. And with 16:34 remaining in the second period, side at the Flyer line, rolls it into Perrant. Up to Bladen on the near side, has trouble with it. Lost to O'Reilly. They scramble in front. There's Marcotte. He goes to shoot. They scramble again. And a shot taken by the Savard, and it's blocked by the Flyers, and out they come. Over the line comes Clark, tied up by Orr. Hard at the point. Clark for Flett. He'll go on the forehand drive, and Orr blocks it as he read that play all the way, and Orr pierces.
And that play again, Flett, his full force, the drive went right into it.
Again, it's Clark and Espo. Rolls at a feet, cleared into Vadnais, dumps it right through the goal mouth. And Perrant just saw it at the last second on the screen. Now it's Dallas Smith dumping it in, trying to control his Bladen. He's knocked down by Hodge. He centers right out in front. Esposito, a shot hit high on Perrant's shoulder. Espo looks to throw it behind the net. Cashman is Hodge in front. Oh, and a great save by Perrant as that line much stronger than it was Tuesday night. Cashman on the left wing penetrates, trying to play through to Hodge. Back to Esposito. A shot. It's tipped high, knocked down in front of the net by Cashman. They scramble for it. Hodge, they poke again. Pick 3 by Clark. He's hooked it as he comes around the back of the net. Dumped on a great step by Hodge. Cashman in front to Esposito. That's loose. Now Schultz clears it away to center ice as Bobby Clark really was checked that time by Hodge. Over the line comes Flett. Shot. Gilbert the grab. And then Schultz comes through. Gilbert knocks him off balance and hangs on to the rebound. Comes with Schwartz and Shepard up the middle. Shepard to Schwartz. He'll get the shot. Save Perrant. It's right at his feet, and he falls on the rebound in the crease to stop play. Hockey's answer to Jim Wynn, the toy cannon. At the face-off circle, back to Orr from Busick. Great pick save by Perrant. Skate goes behind the net. Now Dornhofer in that far corner. Can't get past Orr. Puck tipped, and Orr feeds it right in front to his own net, and then digs it out on a great play, cover-up. As he tried to shove it out, deflected into Kenny. He circles in the neutral zone, fires it in the near corner of Flyers zone. In there is Cashman, chasing Dornhofer, and he's tripped up, and we're going to have a play in front. It looks like Perron is going to get an interference call at 10:49, and so with 9:11 left in the second period.
Will serve the penalty to Perron coming at 10:49 of the second period of play. Flyers trail Boston by a score of 2-1.
The Bruins forecheck, skips over a stick to Busick, behind the net in front, intended for Esposito, cleared out to Vadnais, or saved right in front, and Perron calls on it as it was hit by a stick, perhaps Esposito, and dropped right at the Reign Flyer zone. Out to the point, Edestrand will keep it in, shot on the net, right through a screen with O'Reilly there, and Perron got a piece of it. The Bruins forechecking beautifully. Now, Dupont takes a run at O'Reilly, and tipped back to the point. Dallas Smith with a shot. And it's blocked into that far corner. We're going to have a penalty. And it's going to be Kindrachuk over there with Savard. And it's not much of a fight so far, Don.
Savard tried to back Kindrachuk into the back.
4:01 remaining in the period. 2-1 Boston with 2:43 remaining on the double minors called Oris. Kindrachuk and the Bruins with Flett, Van Imp, and Jimmy Watson at his own line, crossing the Orr along the far side. Pivots nicely away from Chris. Pivots again. Chris goes down. Orr still with the puck over the line along the near side. Gets past Flett. Tips it into that far side to Esposito. Centers right out in front, and Perron got his stick out. Tipped away from Cashman, but he gets it away from Perron in that far corner. Wants to throw it out. Beautiful deep. He's got Espo. Shot! Quick save by Perron. Now to Dallas Smith behind the net. Looks for in the center. Then got the two big guys in front. Back to Orr at the point. Challenges Chris. Shot! Tipped wide by Espo. To Jimmy past Esposito. Clark at the point. Into Kindrachuk. Kindrachuk back to Dupont. He's in! Shot blocked. They scramble for it. Dug out by Clark. He can't get the pass out. Comes out in front. They tip out. He kicks it again. Hits the side of the net. To McLeish. To Kindrachuk. Right through the open goal mouth. Center. And as Clark clears it up to the point, the time is over. And the second period ends as Kindrachuk. And we've got Gilbert in there with Kindrachuk. And we'll get some penalties, and everybody screams on the ice, Don.
There's got to be a third man in there, and it could end up being tonight. At the end of 2 periods of play, the score is Boston 2, Flyers 1. Open man pulls it inside of Sims. Shot from the short side is blocked by Gilbert, and here comes Esposito. He's got Orr on his right. Orr across the line. Wheels away from Jimmy Watson. Backhander, glove save, and Perron ties it up. And finally gets the whistle
by Kэрol Vadnais and Oris Kindrachuk.
Orr's backhand is still probably as hard as a lot of players. Sticks come up high, 1-on-1. The one-man back is Orr. Selesky's drive has Gilbert dropping to his knees. Loose puck cleared out of the zone, but it's right on the stick of Bobby Schmutz. Now it's Orr with Forbes and Esposito. Esposito, the trailer, glove save. Perron, and he holds on. Tries to center it for Jimmy Watson, blocked by Orr, and here comes O'Reilly. With Savard, 3-on-2. Savard, shot, wide, rebound, cleared behind the net by Perron. Centering pass intended for Clark, blocked off by Orr, and we've got a face-off in the Boston end with 13:57. Now we've got Savard and Don Selesky. Selesky, much the taller of the two, gets his right hand free to Schmutz. Shepard can't control the puck. Schmutz back to Sims. The drive, it's wide. Rebound, right across in front of Perron. And Schmutz goes down. He's been hurt. Here comes Dornhofer across the line. But play is stopped. And how many times have we seen this happen where play is allowed to continue and a player has been back passes? Vadnais, right point. The drive. Bouncing puck. Finally not tied up. Clark still controlling. Now it's intercepted by Hodge. Hodge taken down from behind. Gilbert, Perron way out of it.
On that booing as Bobby Clark realized that he had a 2-on-1 against him when Hodge broke it away from him and just reached to try it as hard as he could to hook Hodge down from behind, slowed him down enough, and then tripped him up as Perron came out just to dig it away in time from Shepard, who was the second man in. And that time the Flyers were given a bit of grace as they would have had 2 men in the box.
Center ice area just in front of the bench. And now both teams are back at full strength as Lonsbury cuts inside on the left wing, closing on Gilbert. Shot, glove save. and he held it against his chest protector just as Dornhofer came in off the near wing. O'Reilly kept in. No, it's at center ice as Savard gets behind Nolé. Rolls right in. Great save as Marcotte is upended as Perron makes the sweep save. Here comes Nolé. Trying to cut inside. Has the puck to Nowinski. Misses the net. He had it wide open but missed the net. There was the tying goal right in the third period. Perron coming for the bench. Flyers will go with 6 skaters. It's Dornhofer who's come on. Or around to Hodge. He's tied up by Clark. Centering pass. Dupont! He scores! Dupont scores! It's all tied up! And Moose gives the shuffle as he drew one through a screen, and we're all tied up. And that's a big goal for the tonight's game. Dupont, in 11 games played, have picked up 2 goals and 2 assists, and that has to be the biggest one yet. Time of the goal comes at 19:28. Dupont's 3rd series goal. MacLиш gets an assist. And Clark picks up an assist. By Dallas Smith. Here comes Esposito. 5 seconds left in third period play. Esposito can't get a shot away. And we're going into sudden death overtime. And so at the end of the third period, the score is tied 2-2. Dump it out and try to make themselves available for a Bruin mistake.
Back to Orr. Shot. Where is it? It's loose in front. They poke at it. A shot. It hits Perron in the side of the net, and he falls on it to stop play. And there it was. The Bruins had their opportunity, and Esposito on his knees in front of the net. Comes up by Esposito at center. Breaking right up the middle is Forbes. Shot off the far corner. Hodge centers it. There is Esposito. Back to Sims with a drive. Save by Perron on the screen. And the rebound. Dornhofer on the right wing. Orr is hurt. There's a drop pass to MacLиш. He's got Lonsberry, and he couldn't hit him in the slot. Lonsberry in the corner. Throws it behind the net. Dornhofer there. Comes out the near side. Lifts to MacLиш. Shot! And a great save by Gilbert.
Off to the Bruins bench as the Flyers now go with Crisp, Selesky, and Nolé. Face off to the right of Gilbert. It's going to be Greg Shepard between Bobby Smots on the right and Johnny Busick on the left.
Stumped by Crisp into the corner. Badney behind the net. Pokes it past Selesky. In there, poked away from Schmaltz. Shepard tries to get it out on the Crisp stick. Dumps it behind the net. Selesky is there. Looks to center. Off the side shot. Rebound Crisp, and a great save by Gilbert. Up to Clark. Avoids Marcotte's check to center for Barber against Orr. He wants to turn Orr. There's a shot, and Gilbert makes the grab and trickles off his glove. Cleared out
inside of Smots. And one hand did trail, but Smots also had a hold of him with his left arm himself. So
one man can't get past Clark. Tries to tie it up. Smots takes it out. Plays it off one man. Here goes Shepard. 2-on-1. Busick in alone. Shoots. Perron, a great save on the breakaway. Perron saves the game right there. And John D'Amico went heavily into the boards on that far side. I think Busick all alone, and the greatest career scorer in Bruins history was beaten.
Just a super save, and there's very few times in his career I've ever seen John Busick miss on a breakaway.
Marcotte blocks it, goes to Clark, back to Marcotte, all of this in center ice. Finally, Van Impe does get it in, flips it to Gilbert, knocked down in front by Badney, wound around to O'Reilly. Forecheck by Clark. Schultz breaks it up. Schultz behind the net, centers, Flat, tries to Clark, shot, oh, rebound, score! Bobby Clark scores!
Scores the game winner at 12 minutes and 1 second of sudden death overtime. He was blocked on the first shot. He made the second one, and the Flyers have picked up. And the Flyers come back home to the Spectrum all even in games in the Stanley Cup Finals 1-1. Clark, his second goal of the game. He scored the first Flyer goal and the game winner in sudden death overtime.